What's up, guys? We're back with another video. If you are new here, my name is Sammy and we're the Mermaid Gang. This is where you can come and suspend your disbelief. I am your favorite manifestation coach and your favorite YouTuber. So if you would like for me to help you to solve whatever is between you and your manifestations, go ahead and go in the description box below and sign up for some email coaching with me. Let's jump right into the video. I think that it's time. If you don't know, I've been posting on TikTok, and TikTok really gets to see the videos before you guys do because I post the full videos here, and I just post little snippets, obviously 1 to 3 minute videos on TikTok, and then I'll make a full video about it here for you, like I said. So they kind of see it first, but it's your turn. It is your turn. So I want to talk about manifesting on a time crunch again now that we're doing this whole series of you create your own rules, my new discovery, whatever. I feel differently now about it. I feel differently now about manifesting on a time crunch. I kind of got into it a little bit in my last video about manifesting quickly and easily, but I'm just going to go more in depth into it today. So obviously most people want to manifest quickly. And I know I used to tell you that if it creates resistance for you, then you should not be trying to manifest on a time crunch. One thing I do agree with that I used to say is that you shouldn't be like stuck on the time as far as like looking for it. Because if you're looking for it, you're simply reaffirming that you don't have it. But you can create an assumption that it is easy for you to manifest on a time crunch, and therefore you will not have any resistance to it because you're creating the assumption that it's easy for you to do. We can literally create an assumption. We can create a belief without having to go through the resistance like we used to think. So what you will do if you have something you want to manifest on a time crunch, if you want your SP to take you out this weekend, or you need money for something, what you can do right now, start right now. You need to start telling yourself, it is so easy for me to manifest on a time crunch. Like, that is my thing. I've literally seen someone say, manifesting on a time crunch is my thing. Like, I do it all the time. That's how I manifest. I set dates for my manifestations. It was just very easy for them. That was their assumption. So I was like, well, anybody can create any assumption. So you can decide what works for you. You can decide what your thing is in manifesting. So if you are someone who wants to be able to manifest by a certain date consistently, then go ahead and decide now that that is your thing. So you would just simply tell yourself, manifesting on a time crunch is so easy for me. I get my manifestation on the date every single time. I manifest so fast. It's so easy for me. Setting a time crunch is so easy for me. I enjoy it. I manifest on a time crunch very easily. Essentially, you're emphasizing it is so easy for you. Because if something is easy for you, then that means there's no resistance, right? So you're going to decide what you want, and you're going to create the assumption that this is going to be very easy for me. I always get my manifestation in by the time that I need it. I always get my manifestation by the time that I need it, by the date I set. I'm really good at manifesting on a time crunch. I get whatever I want whenever I want it. I'm very good at manifesting on a time crunch. That is what we're emphasizing here. And I kind of want to address two things in this video. I was going to make a separate video on it, but there's no sense in it because let's just talk about it here. You don't have to believe what you're saying, what you're telling yourself. You don't have to believe it. You just have to believe that what you're doing works. Okay? So if you're creating the assumption, I manifest so easily on a time crunch, like it's just so easy for me, I do it all the time. If you're telling yourself that, but you think that, oh my god, this is so not true, like I've never been able to do that, this always stresses me out, whatever, you don't have to believe your actual affirmation, okay? You just have to believe that what you affirm becomes true. You just have to believe that whatever you tell yourself becomes true. So what are we gonna do for that to be true? We're going to tell ourselves. So let's say you need money by a certain date, okay? Let's say I need money by the 7th. Let's say you need money on the 10th. Tell yourself, I'm gonna have my money by the 10th. I'm gonna have more than enough money. I'm gonna have this amount of money. I'm gonna have this by the 10th. Or maybe you want your SP to ask you out for next weekend. I don't care if you're in contact or not. It can be contact. They're gonna contact you by next weekend, or they're gonna ask you out, go on a date next weekend. Whatever it is that you want, you're going to literally tell yourself, they're going to ask me out for next weekend. I'm gonna have that money by the 10th. I need you guys, I've said this before, I need you to put some backbone in this. I need you to tell yourself, like, this is happening. 100% it's happening. When you say it like that, when you are telling yourself in a very confident manner, like, this is what's happening. They're gonna ask me out by this date. They're gonna contact me by this date. I'm gonna get this money by this date. Because you can include, because I manifest very easily on a time crunch. I'm so good at manifesting on a time crunch. I always get what I want when I want it. That's what I want your new assumption to be. I always get what I want when I want it. I'm so good at manifesting on a time crunch. It's the easiest thing for me to do. Manifesting on a time crunch is the easiest thing for me to do. So decide. I believe this. I have full faith in this. I manifest on a time crunch very easily. I always get what I want when I want it. They're asking me out by this weekend. They're gonna contact me by this weekend. They're taking me out on a date this weekend. I'm gonna have this money by the 10th. I'm gonna have this money by Monday. I'm gonna have this money by Friday. Start telling yourself these things. Stop coming from the desperate state of, oh, is it gonna show up? I hope that this happens by this time. I really need this. You're just reaffirming that you don't have it. The whole point of the law working for you is because you tell it what to do. You tell yourself what you want yourself to believe so that it can manifest. You're just telling yourself what to create. Okay, they're gonna ask me out by this weekend. They're gonna get the idea and they're gonna ask you out by this weekend. You are manifesting money by Monday or by Friday. Someone, whoever is gonna be used to give you that freaking money, is gonna get the idea by that time to have that money in your account or in your hands. If you will just start deciding instead of asking. I know a lot of you have been through the ringer with LOA and you've come from this place of asking the universe, or maybe you're a Christian and you grew up asking God like I did, which is fine, but now we're not asking anymore. We're deciding. We're deciding that this is what I'm gonna have. This is how I manifest. This is how easy it is for me. I get whatever I want. We're not asking anymore. Okay? You wanna be able to manifest on a time crunch? You tell yourself. I manifest on a time crunch all the time. Do like I told you before. Have a visual where you tell someone, like, yeah, I manifest on a time crunch all the time. It's very easy for me. I do it constantly. That's my thing. That's how I manifest. I'm gonna have this money by Monday. We're going out next weekend. He's taking me out next weekend. She's asking me to take her out next weekend. He or she is contacting me by next weekend. This is happening. Say it as if it is a booked plan. It is something written on your fucking calendar. It is set in stone. That is how I want you to start saying things, telling yourself from now on, as if it is a fact. It is already done, signed, sealed, delivered. It's done. It's a done deal. It's happening. Decide that and don't think anything else. Don't tell yourself anything else. Don't speak otherwise. That's it. That's the only option. Decide these things like they're the only option. There's no alternative, because this is what I want. This is what I'm getting. I'm God. I can do whatever I want. I can have whatever I want. I can have it when I want. I create my own rules. Create the rule that manifesting on a time crunch is easy for you, and decide that you are someone who is good who is good at it. You are someone who gets whatever you want whenever you want. You're so good at manifesting, especially this. I know this video was a lot shorter, but I mean, it is what it is. It's pretty self-explanatory. And like I did mention, you don't have to believe the affirmation that you're saying. You just have to believe that whatever, or you don't have to believe the thing you're manifesting, okay? You don't have to believe your affirmation, what you're telling yourself. You just have to believe that if I tell myself this, it's going to manifest, okay? You don't have to worry about believing the thing that you're saying, because if it's something very far out, of course, at first you're not going to believe it. But it doesn't matter if you don't believe it, as long as you believe that if I tell myself this, it's going to happen no matter what. No matter what is a good affirmation. It's going to happen no matter what. I always get what I want no matter what. If you are a visualizer, if you like to script, whatever way, whatever method you prefer, you just have to believe, decide that it works for you. It's very helpful if you want to go ahead and use something that already works for you. I know a lot of you watch a bunch of different videos and you take on all these new techniques, but you've already been successful with a method. Stick to your method. What you need to be doing, if you're still going to watch a bunch of people or even just watching me, you don't have to change what you do every time you watch a new video from me. I'm just giving options. I'm not telling you to change what you do every time I come on your fucking screen. I'm just giving you options. Take what's helpful, reject what's not, and do what you need to do. Okay? Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And we out.